Estonia, where the agencies work together and they share this information quickly. They are able to build a lot of resilience. So the more we share information, but we share it on the need-to-know basis and within the particular context, we are able to bounce back quicker. I think the last threat that happened to the NHS in the UK also demonstrated that information sharing is important because they were able to understand the threat much earlier before it materialized.
Can we put round... Governor, I have a letter for you here, but from Cyber Threat Dynamics, I'll read it so that it doesn't get to you. The question was, it is addressed to you, so that's why I didn't ask anybody here. But I see my brother Colin, so he will answer it, but it is addressed to you. That you mentioned about backup and business continuity. Did you mean that UCC, Bank of Uganda, and Uganda at large have a backup and a business continuity plan in regards to cybersecurity? Like I said, Colin will answer it. So, gentlemen, I will direct you to Colin so that he can answer it. That one I can bully so that he responds to it. We'll bring this panel to a close. Allow me to request you to stand up front for a photo for the record. Andrew, Andrew, for the record that you at the inaugural National Cybersecurity Conference. This is for Johnson. Clap, eh? With that, allow me Andrew, while you are away, we also agreed that it is okay to update your LinkedIn status that you spoke at the inaugural National Cybersecurity Conference. Allow me now to invite the Executive Director, UCC, to come and invite the Honorable Minister to speak to us and do the official opening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremony, Dr. Oh, not. He said he stopped at the application. Why I do it? I want you to actualize that application. You take it and we have an academic here, Dr. Tingego. This man stopped at application, so we should encourage him to deliver that application to the relevant office. Honorable Minister of State for ICT and National Guidance, Mama Joyce Bugwao, the Governor, who gave us an amazing keynote address here. Colleagues, kindly join me to welcome Mama Honorable Joyce Bugwao in the House. Ma'am, we know that you always keep time. You always keep time, but we appreciate that you were delayed. You were informed a bit late about this, but we want to thank you that you have made time to join us on this inaugural cybersecurity National Cybersecurity Conference. We welcome you. You found us. We have already moved some steps. The governor accepted to give us a keynote address, which was amazing. We've had 3 panelists whom you found discussing the issues in depth, and we are still going on up to tomorrow. But now that you are in, ma'am, accept that I invite you to address the gathering. Can you join me to welcome ma'am at the podium? Thank you.
The chairperson and members of the board of the Uganda Communication Commission, the executive director, Uganda Communication Commission, the governor, Bank of Uganda, representatives of the Uganda security and law enforcement agencies, chief executive officers, and leaders of the communications, financial and technology sectors, representatives of all civil societies, cybersecurity professionals, innovators, and young people. Esteemed delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. Not long ago, cybersecurity was largely regarded as a technical issue, something for ICT departments and system administrators to worry about. Today, that has changed across the world. Cybersecurity has moved into the boardroom, the cabinet room, and increasingly, the political arena. As you are aware, there are many examples of national elections becoming targets of cyber attacks, data hacking, disinformation, and other forms of digital sabotage. This tells us something important. Cybersecurity is no longer simply about protecting computers. It is about protecting institutions, economies, election management systems, political party databases, media platforms, and national security. That is why, as Uganda uses more digital technology, we must ask ourselves these fundamental questions. Are we paying enough attention to the safety and security of our national digital systems? And that is why It gives me great pleasure to join you at this first National Cybersecurity Conference organized by the Uganda Communications Commission. I commend UCC for bringing together government, industry, statutory agencies, and the wider cybersecurity community for the first government-organized national conference dedicated specifically to cybersecurity. Thank you. This is an important milestone. Today, a farmer can receive money on a mobile phone. A student can access learning materials online. A business can trade without a physical shop. A patient can interact with the health facility online, and a citizen can pay taxes, apply for licenses, and access other government services online. These developments are transforming our economy and are improving the lives of our people. But every new digital service also creates a responsibility to protect the citizen who uses it. When an individual sends money using digital tools, they expect it to arrive safely. When a citizen provides personal information to government, they expect it to be protected. When a business invests in an online service, it expects the digital infrastructure supporting it to be reliable. And when government places critical services online, citizens must have confidence that those services will remain available and secure. Cybersecurity, therefore, is no longer simply an ICT issue. It is an issue on national security, economic security, service delivery, public trust, and national development. This is why the NRM Manifesto and the National Development Plan recognizes ICT as a growth driver for the modern economy, including its role in creating opportunities for our young people. We therefore cannot speak about Uganda's digital future without speaking about cybersecurity. And we cannot speak about cybersecurity without recognizing the need for collective action. Cybersecurity must be a shared effort. The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance cannot secure Uganda alone, just as the UCC, NITA-U, and our security agencies cannot do it by themselves. Protecting our digital space requires everyone to work together. The government, banks, telecom companies, and the public. Our online safety depends on how fast we share information. When a bank, telecom company, or agency discovers a new cyber threat or scam, they must quickly warn and coordinate with everyone else to stop it before it causes harm. These are the practical questions this conference must help us answer. Top leaders across the government and business must take personal responsibility for cybersecurity. This means discussing digital security in management meetings, listing it as a major risk, funding it properly, and making sure staff are trained, threats are reported, and system weaknesses are fixed quickly. Private businesses must play a key role in national cybersecurity because they run critical infrastructure like telecom networks, banking platforms, and data centers. To protect the country, government agencies and private companies must share information, hold joint training, and respond to cyber threats together. As a government, we remain committed to creating the right policies, rules, and support to protect Uganda online. However, everyone else must also do their part to keep the country safe. With those few remarks, it is my honor to declare the National Cybersecurity Conference 2026 officially open. I wish you productive discussions over the next 2 days for God and my country. I thank you.
That the ED governor please come, the chair of the board and the other board members. Let me take the photo out. So the directors, the CEOs present from the sponsor companies. Up here. So I'm going to request us to stand. Let's stand. We've been seated for long. Let's stand a bit. Say hello to your neighbor. DJ, this is when you play some music. It's very possible that the person you're seated next to, you have no idea who they are. So say hello, say hello. Okay, we can take our seats and should you feel like your sugar levels are low, we have coffee and tea at the back. Feel free to go and get yourself a cup of coffee and tea. And permit me that we So this is what I have found to be very interesting. People will come and sit together for close to 1 hour. When you tell them stand up and say hello, it is difficult to get them to sit. I don't know that's a cybersecurity threat, but we'll keep it at that. Okay. So now we go into, and I'm glad, and I must say that probably this is the first conference where we are right on time. So to all us, those of us who are here, the panelists, I want to thank you very much for adhering to this very rude timer here, and none of you felt like there was intrusion. So we'll go to the next panel, and this is going to be moderated by a Michael. So Governor, this is a Michael thing. So how many other Michaels are here? Probably we need a group photo also. So my brother Michael Mukasa is going to moderate this panel, and this is going to look at cyber compliance to executive accountability. So how do we move from cyber compliance to executive accountability? Michael Mukasa is the CEO of Liquid Telecom, Liquid Intelligent Technologies. Allow me to invite you to come and moderate this session, and that will lead us to lunch. So Michael, over to you. You will guide us on how you want to run this.
Good morning to everyone. I'll stand on all protocols previously observed. That were a lot of technical people here today. We may not need to go into politics. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Michael Mukasa. I'm the CEO for Uganda, Liquid Intelligent Technologies. We're a technology company that many of you know as Liquid Telecom, but we do many other things, including cybersecurity solutions. So I think that's something very relevant for today. I'd like to call forward my panelists. I have Mr. Peter Mutunjiri, CTO of National Water, around. Thank you so much. I'd also like to call forward Mr. Peter Muhumuza, CTO of Rock Telecom. Thirdly, it seems it's no longer about Michael. I only have Peters on my panel. I have a third Peter, Peter Mukuru, Uganda Development Plan. Lastly, I have Mr. Albert Jita, CTO, MTN Momo. set the tone a bit here for the panelists. I would say that over the last decade, cybersecurity has evolved from being purely a technical concern managed by IT departments into a strategic leadership issue that affects business continuity, customer trust, investor confidence, regulatory compliance, and national security. Today, organizations face an increasingly complex threat landscape driven by cybercrime, ransomware, supply chain vulnerabilities, AI-enabled attacks, and growing digital interdependence. At the same time, regulators, customers, shareholders, and citizens are demanding greater accountability from leaders responsible for safeguarding their digital ecosystems. The question is no longer about compliance with cybersecurity requirements. The real question is, do executives and boards actively lead this function regarding digital trust, ensuring resilience, and taking responsibility for the consequences of cyber risk? Our discussion today will explore how leaders can move from a purely compliance mindset to an accountability mindset that strengthens business continuity, customer confidence, and ultimately, national resilience. So I'd like to open with a general question to all the panelists. Maybe we'll start from this side. The general question is the following. Uganda's organizations operate under growing legal, regulatory, and service continuity expectations. What one thing should executives do to move from mere compliance to genuine accountability for cyber risk, digital trust, and service continuity? I think, Peter, you can begin our discussion.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I think from my perspective, I would say that anyone or any organization that only thinks about cybersecurity when we are faced with incidents or when we are facing, maybe answering audit queries, I think it should stop today. I think we need to move from that to actually having this topic regularly discussed in our boardrooms, in management meetings, so that it stops just being a one-off that comes, that comes up once in a while, but it is something that we actually get to embrace. And I believe with that, even at the heart of every digital transformation initiative, we should be able to see that security is built within. And I think the past speakers have talked about this. The Governor Bank of Uganda making sure that you design whatever initiative you're doing, but security is actually embedded within the design, within the implementation, privacy, continuity, and even recovery, that it is all part of the entire initiative that you're doing. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's very important. Having cybersecurity as a topic on a regular basis in management and in the boardroom. I'll move to my second Peter, Peter Muhumza from ROC. Maybe you could elaborate on this.
What I would contribute is, on top of what my other Peter said, is people and culture. Cybersecurity should be a culture, and people must embrace it from bottom up to board level. And he says it by design. When we're designing our solutions, access controls, integrations with the third-party partners, cybersecurity should be on top of the agenda. So it's a culture, it's not an afterthought that people should think about and say, I'm buying a tool. Be part of the design. Even checking email. Yesterday, I subscribed to Stambik. I don't know if some of you got a message. Early morning, I received a message from Stambik saying, you need to update your credentials. So, as a culture, I know that I must verify this. I did send a message to Stambik, and they told me, no, don't enter anything. So we have to be aware when you're opening your emails, your WhatsApp, you're connecting your phone to your company network, you have to think about cybersecurity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I think we've talked about management, board level, and now, of course, the people aspect of it. I'd now like to come to Albert. Maybe given that you're now from a financial services company, how would you address this?
Thank you very much, and good morning. I think there was the speakers in the morning did justice to the topic, and I think a lot of what you may hear could sound a bit of a repetition, but what I would say, if I look at the different businesses, I would say we need to put a small set of cyber. I think we start, if we have not started, but I would imagine a lot of the businesses here have started. We need to put a small set of cyber resilience, customer trust indicators alongside the financial and operational key performance indicators. I think when executives can see exposure, incidents, recovery readiness, critical dependencies, then accountability becomes continuous rather than something demonstrated only during an audit. So I think that would be my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a very good perspective. And I think even our next speaker, which is our third Peter, our next speaker, you're also from a financial services company. Maybe you could elaborate on this.
Thanks. I'm not sure there's anything new from what my colleagues have said, but I think maybe to sum it up, cybersecurity should be part of the enterprise risk framework, ultimately, not